My thoughts on business leadership really relate very closely to sport. I've been involved with sport my whole life, and in our organization, we don't have the concept of a manager. We have a concept of a team leader, and I always relate that back to a rugby team. We've got a captain, you've got a captain of the pack, you've got a captain of the back line, you have a leader, someone that can mold people together, someone that can give them direction, and when things are down and things are looking tough, they can really get their chins up and get them going forward. So my concept of leadership is really about being able to identify what's happening with people at that point in time, how to identify when they're down, how to be able to lift those chins up. And things don't always go according to plan in business. And when they do go according to plan, you have to celebrate from the front like a leader. But when things don't, you need to be able to pick them up as well. During that time when we were building the business in the early 2000s, it was really, really tough. There were many, many paydays that myself and my partner at the time never got paid. If I go back to my concept of leadership, where it comes down to sport, in those days I was intimately involved with Ironman and Berg River Canoe Marathons and comrades, and I had fantastic learning out of those experiences. And if I just mention one of them, the Berg River Canoe Marathon, which for everyone who doesn't know is a 228k race over 4 days. It's really, really tough. And we had really, really tough conditions. And in the last day with 20k's to go, that year the winner of the Ironman actually bailed and didn't finish because it was so tough. And we finished. And we often refer, and I say we, myself and my partners, refer to the hanging in and never ever giving up. And when we got there, that's one of my most treasured sport medals. But in the same way, the business went through very, very tough times financially. We lost a lot of clients, and we never ever gave up. And we started to build this culture within GreatSoft that we don't give up. And the result of that is I have people in our team who are now been with me for 20 years. In fact, I've got 25, 26-year veterans in our team. But we've got a number of people that are approaching the 20-year mark. And a lot of those people have the same culture of never giving up. In the same way, there was a lesson that I learned from one of the comrades I did. I did 3 comrades. 2 I finished. The only race in my entire life I've never finished was one of the comrades. And the psychological setback for me of not finishing was another lesson that we take into business, because you can complete everything. You just got to keep going. And I never completed that comrades. It took me a long time to recover from that and to get that going. And we refer to that story often when we're in business, say, do we have to give up now, or can we keep going? And when we keep going, we often turn out substantially better than giving up. That does not mean that when you have a bad thing, a bad apple, you must throw it out quickly. And that's another lesson we've learned, is we've made some investments over the past few years, and some of them have not always been successful. And the earlier that you address that, the unsuccessful ones, the better for you. So that lesson of not finishing the comrades taught me the good and the bad of not completing an event. And that's really filtered through to our business lives.